Hey everyone, Miss Reimer here with your music teacher message. Alright, today is part 2 out of my little mini series of what to look for if you're going to buy a ukulele. Now, even if you're not going to buy a ukulele right now, there's still good information in here. Hopefully you'll learn something, have a little fun, all kinds of good stuff. So please stick with it even if you're not looking to buy a ukulele right this second. Alright, let's get going. This ukulele I got on Amazon was $20. It was the absolute cheapest concert size ukulele that I could find. Looks like this. I do not like orange, but the blue one was another $5. I didn't want to spend that. So this was $20 on Amazon. It is all plastic except for the tuners on the back. Alright, so I don't know how well you can see that, but the tuners are metal. There you go, which is normal. But then on the front, we have, these are called fret wires, these like up and down lines. And there we go. On a regular wooden ukulele, these lines are metal. This one is plastic. The whole thing is plastic, like I said, except for the back. So, just feeling it, to me it feels, I mean, you can tell the difference between this and a wooden ukulele. Obviously just the texture, but it just feels a little different. Something you need to be careful on with a cheaper ukulele is the tuners. That's really, really, really important. So when you are tuning it and you are tightening and loosening these, and it just tightens and loosens the strings so that it sounds right. It's important that when you tighten them or loosen them that they don't come unscrewed by themselves, that they stay in place. And then the other thing is they need to move really freely. And so far, trying to tune this, the tuners, it's really, really hard to turn these. It's taking way too much effort. I feel like I'm almost gonna break it because it's so hard to turn. So that is, I think, one of the biggest things between a really cheap ukulele and a little bit more expensive is the tuners. It makes a huge, huge, huge difference. Yeah. Now that you've seen this ukulele, let's check out how it sounds. It's actually not too bad. Not bad. It definitely sounds a lot different than a wooden ukulele to me. Huge difference. I don't know how well it's gonna come across through the camera. Yeah, it sounds really, really, really different. Now, for some people just starting out, they don't really notice the difference or it won't bother them. So it's worth it if you're going to buy a ukulele to buy it somewhere where you can walk into the store and check it out. That way you can kind of play along with it and, you know, and see if it's going to bother you or if you're okay with this sound, because it is cheaper. And if it doesn't bother you, cool. If it is going to bother you though, to get a wooden ukulele, it's not much more money, but I think it really, really changes the sound. So, plastic ukulele, there you have it. Now, if you're watching this video and you have a plastic ukulele already, and you're thinking, ooh, you know, maybe mine isn't as good as I thought it was, hey, that's okay. These are great to get your fingers working. You can learn where to put your fingers. You can learn how to be strumming with your right hand and get everything working all together. So this is great. I actually have a different plastic ukulele. Well, I won't spoil it. It's gonna come up in another video over the summer. But they are a lot of fun to play on. So if what you have is a plastic ukulele right now, I don't want you to be feeling bad, okay? I'm just trying to show people if they're ready for upgrading to the next step, or if they, you know, if they're playing a plastic ukulele and they love it, maybe what they should consider to buy next. Or if someone's brand new starting, maybe they want to skip over the plastic ukulele and go straight to a wood one, that kind of thing. But I don't want anyone watching this to feel bad about a ukulele that they might own already, okay? That's not the point of this video. If you're shopping for a ukulele, you want to be aware of the price, and is that just the price for the ukulele, or is that a price for the instrument and a case? Now there's a lot of different types of cases. There are gig bags, or sometimes they're just like dust covers. It is a piece of material, but it's not padded at all. Sometimes they are padded soft cases, sometimes they're hard cases. There's just lots of different choices. So when you're looking at the price of a ukulele, pay attention to, does it come with the case? And if so, what kind? All right. So if you see a ukulele that's worth it's expensive, check out, is there a case that's included? A lot of times for less expensive ukuleles, there's not a case included. So just something to be aware of. So speaking of cases, for this $20 ukulele, it came in this. I've got a cardboard box with a little plastic bag on it. And that's fine. If you're going to just stay at home and you're not going to like bring your ukulele anywhere, that's fine. You can just put it in the box and cover it up and no dust will get on it and it's good to go. If you think you're going to be taking your ukulele other places, you really should consider getting a case for it. Protect your instrument. All right, it is now time for the sound test. So, I'm curious, by listening to this, can you tell the difference between a plastic ukulele and a wooden ukulele? Now, both of these ukes, they're both under $100. So it's not like I'm testing a really cheap one versus a really expensive one. They're both pretty similar in price, but I'm curious if you can tell the difference. So, ukulele number 1 sounds like this. That's number 1. And number 2 sounds like this. Alright, so I am curious, could you tell the difference? So, ready for the answer? Number 1 is the orange plastic one. And number 2 is a wooden ukulele. Now, we are going to talk about 3 wooden ukuleles in my next video that are all under $100 each. So, I'm curious, in the comment section down below, if you would please let me know if you could hear the difference between the wood one and the plastic one, and if you guessed it right, or if you were fooled and you couldn't tell the difference at all, or if you guessed it the wrong way. So, I'm curious what you guys think of this. Please let me know. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something or even just had fun, please consider giving me a thumbs up down below. Like I said, comments would be welcome as always with what did you hear in this video, or if you have any suggestions for me. Also, please consider hitting the subscribe button right under this video if you are not a subscriber already. Thanks for watching. See you next time. It's now time for another episode of Sweet Stuff from Students. All right, I got a chocolate chip cookie from Nico, so happy birthday again, Nico. It was fantastic. I got a drawing. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's from Emery. You got a little MTM for music teacher message there. She's one of my band kiddos. So, thank you for that, Emery. And from Asher, he drew this. It's my little music teacher message logo that I like so much. So thank you, Asher, for drawing me that also. I got one more thing from Colin. I need his permission before I share it. So Colin, we will be in touch, and then if you're okay with it, we'll share it with these guys. Okay, thanks. Okay, that ends Sweet Stuff from Students. Okay, now that I've shown you what the ukulele looks like, let's see how it hears. Right in here, this usually on a ukulele, I want to focus, in money will do for your ukulele options. That was not good. Come on. Soft case where it's just kind of like a dust cover, or is it that price for, I'll explain this well. When you're buying a ukulele, you also want to be aware of... Weird. It's now time for another episode of Sweet Stuff from Students. I don't like that. I'm Colin, but I want to make sure I have his permission before I use it. But thank you, Colin. We'll talk, and then if you're okay with it, we'll show our viewers.